Welcome everyone. I'm Mrs. Sejuma, your instructor. Today we're going to be looking at a topic: global international cooperation. Global international cooperation. And our learning objectives states thus: at the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the meaning of global or international cooperation, itemize and explain the strategies for international cooperation, state reasons for global international cooperation, and state the continents of the world as the last objective. Our memory verse is taken from Amos chapter 3 verse 3, and it reads, "Can two work together unless they agreed to meet? No." What this verse is telling us is that no one is self-sufficient. Everyone relies on one another. No man is an island. We all need one another. We need each other to make the world a beautiful place. Now we go. Meaning of international cooperation. International cooperation can also be defined as a way of making nations of the world work together for political, economic, and social development of one another, thereby promoting world peace. When we talk of political, we mean issues that has to relate with government and public officers of our country. And when we talk about economic, it means using what we have on ground to be able to bring out the best possible way without wasting any of our resources. And when we talk about social, it has to do with relating to society, relating with one another. So in general, international cooperation is defined as a way of making nations, individuals of the world work together for political, economic, and social development so as to bring world peace at last. Global international cooperation also means the union of countries for a common purpose. When we work together, of course, we'll be able to achieve desired goal, and at the end there will be peace and unity in the world. Now we have different strategies for global cooperation. Among them is this: number one, international conferences. This is a situation where there's a problem affecting the entire world. Conferences are held to see how such problems could be resolved. There have been international conferences on HIV/AIDS scourge. There have been conferences on human rights. There have been conferences on child rights. There have been conferences on human trafficking. All this is done to bring peace and safety to the world. Another strategy is memorandum or letter of understanding. This is a situation where countries sign agreements so that their goals or their aims can be achieved by working together for peace and safety, and in general control of over epidemic. We all know the scourge of COVID-19 ravaging in the entire world. It is a serious problem that the world or some of our leaders has to come together to see to how these things can be eradicated. Conferences and meetings have been going on. We have a conference like IBA, International Bar Association. They've been holding their own conferences, and so many other, just to see to the solution to this problem. Then we have a treaty or contract. Treaty or contract is one of the strategies as well. It's a form of agreement among many nations on particular issues, e.g. the treaty against illicit traffic in narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances. What are they? Such as alcohol, caffeine, nicotine, marijuana. We all know the effect of some of these substances in our body. So if if man continue to take this, it will affect them. So meetings has to be held to see to how all these things can be put to an end. We also see issues against international organized crime. We all know the crime going on. Let's talk of Nigeria, the issue of Boko Haram. Some of our leaders, they meet so as to see to the solution of this problem. The next one is international organizations. What are these organizations? They are organizations like WHO, World Health Organization. They are international like IMF, that's International Monetary Fund, and then World Bank. All these ones comes together for the formation of several organizations to see to how the world can be at peace. Now we have reasons for global international. Why do we have global international? That this one will come down, will come, everybody will sit down together. Global international cooperation is needed for the following reasons: to promote world peace and security and safety. Very, very important. For the world to have security and safety, we must come together and plan, we must come together and agree. Number two, to promote international trade between one country or the other. Nigeria can not only, be producing petroleum and stock it within herself. It has to be, export to other country, while other things will be import into our own country as well. To promote interdependence, so as not for a particular country to depend on it herself. There must be interdependence between one country or the other. To increase the distribution of world resources. To encourage cultural exchange such as art exhibition, cultural festivals, showcase the cultural heritage of various nations. Of course, the particular country that is good in the drawing arts of all this, we need to exchange. We see the way the Indian exhibit their artwork. Nigeria will also display its own. All this thing is done so that the country can be, in unity, diversity, knowing me, I know you, and all this. To promote world economic growth and development. Of course, if there's global international cooperation, the world will grow and there will be development in every aspect. To solve world common problems such as HIV/AIDS, drug trafficking that has been mentioned earlier. This is one of the reasons, or this is one of the reasons for global international cooperation. The last subheading talk about the continents of the world. We all know we have 7 continents of the world. I will briefly discuss about them here. The first one is Asia. Asia is known to be the largest and the first of the continents with 50 countries. And it is the most populated continent with 60% of the total population of the earth. The second one is Africa, where you and I belong. Africa, it comprises of 54 countries. It is the hottest continent and the home of world's largest desert. We have Sahara Desert, occupying 25% of the total area of Africa. Among the countries in Africa, number 1 is Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Benin, and so on and so forth. Then we have North America, which includes 23 countries, led by USA as the largest economy in the world. We have South America, comprises of 12 countries, and here is located the largest forest of Amazon rainforest, which cover 30% of South American total area. We have Antarctica. Antarctica is the coldest continent in the world. It is completely covered with ice. There are no permanent inhabitants there. People are not living there because of the condition of the area. It's so cold. Fine, we have some animals like polar bear that lives there, And aside from some of our scientists that traveled there for some research work, man cannot survive there. Then we have Europe. Europe comprises of 51 countries. It is the most developed economical continent, with the European Union as the biggest economic and political union of the world. Then the last one, which is the least, is Australia. Australia includes just 14 countries. It is the least populated continent after Antarctica, with just 0.2 of the total Earth population. These are the continents of the world. Today, we have looked at global international cooperation. We have seen the meaning. We have seen the various strategies used to achieve global cooperation. We have seen reasons for global international cooperation. When we get ourselves together, what the end result will be. And we have also seen the 7 continents of the world with the numbers of countries involved. Thank you. I remain yours.